Hey guys, cold.brew here. Welcome back to Watcher of Realms. This will be like my 1 month review of the game. It's a little bit over a month that I've actually been playing it daily, signing in, but I thought I'll make it 35 days. I'll make this video today because this will also be the day that I'm attempting to finish Tide 105. While I talk about my thoughts on the game, I think this is exactly the day that the Tide becomes difficult for me, where the power that you have, the current power versus the suggested power, is very similar. So it gets difficult. It says here medium difficulty. So some people say it's all about this. It's all about the power that you have. It doesn't really matter what you place on the field, is what I've said, what I've read. But we'll see how this goes. Either way, if I manage to win or not, I will still be trying to push, because 105 is where you get that one awakening for that one legendary hero that drops the revival time on your other heroes and opens up some more strategies for many of the dungeons. So that will be interesting. Overall, the game for 35 days, I think it provides a lot of content for you to play with. Although after a little while, it becomes one of those games where you just sign in, go and do your daily stuff, and then there's nothing really much else to do other than just wait it out. And that is because of one of the things that really limits your experience within the game, and that is, I would say, gold and leveling up gold. But of course, all of these games need to have a place. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna finish this. All of these games need to have a place where you're finding difficulties to progress, right? And this game has it through gold and basically good gear acquisition. I don't think it would be healthy for the game to give you everything immediately, like give you all of the gold, give you all of the materials to upgrade your heroes immediately, give you everything in the first month, because then you'll get bored. And if you've never experienced this, go and play any other different PC game where you can put in cheat codes. And tell me how quickly you get tired of that. Where you have everything, how quickly do you get tired of just trying everything that you can immediately? So these games, because they want to stay, live and running, they try to put a limit in some parts and a bottleneck, as it's called, in some parts of the game, so that they limit the experience. So I'm gonna be upgrading my Volca 105 finish. That was kind of close. I think that the guy there was killing a good side of my heroes, the side of my heroes there on the left. So I get some talent points, and I think as you progress with the talent points, I think you get a lot more power. Let's give some more healing power to everything, and we'll see how this goes. So now I'm at 4 million power, and I still should be able to push a little bit higher as the days progress. So in terms of overall progression for the account, okay, I think because I am a spender, I had a much more advanced progression than what a free-to-play or low spender would have experienced. And also the heroes that I managed to summon being 3 Lord heroes within the amount of summons I've done, I believe it's 1,264. All right, and now I'm saving basically my summons now for like a good 10x, since I didn't hit pity, I didn't get a legendary. So 1,264, I managed to get 3 Lord heroes, which is insane luck. I know it's not the norm. I did get some dupes, which I find the dupe system here to be very cool, and the way that it advances your hero's power, that when you awaken them, you make them much stronger. The skills, I find that they are impactful. I think overall they've designed the hero collection pretty cool. Although I don't think that the uncommons or the commons have any real use in the game. Maybe some of them, like 1 or 2, can be used in very specific situations. The rares though have more use, which is okay, and it's cool to have in mind when you're doing some of the stages. There's some strategies that I know of that some of these heroes are used, but overall you'll be using basically epics and legendaries and specific ones for each of the areas, which is cool because it doesn't mean you'll be using the same team in all of the different raids, which is something that if I think about raid Shadow Legends, which I cover on my main channel, raid Shadow Legends, basically if you build some specific champions, some heroes in there, it becomes extremely easy to do some stages and push through. But for this one, you have the gear rates, right? So the gear rate one, you use very specific heroes in order to beat it. Some are more useful than the other, especially if you have Vierna. 19 becomes easier, I believe, because of her execution ability, all right? And then with other areas like gear rate 2, here you need to have a specific combo to reach 18. And then on 19 and further, you need to do a very specific strategies, and it gets difficult. It gets really difficult to actually do this, but it is still there is still a way to push here with different strategies. And it's not all about damage where gear rate 1 is. Then gear rate 3, it's all about range damage, and range heroes are much more useful here. So that's what I love about the game. I think right now in the game, in terms of progression, I'm at the late game stage going into end game. So what is end game in this game? End game is when you successfully are farming these, right? These Queen Spirits and also the Eternal Bullions. Until you reach that point, you're not at the end game. You're not where the optimum, farming stage is. You're not at stage 21. You're not at the final artifact material raid, farming 18, right? You're basically those two areas. Everything else is considered late game in my opinion. Faction trials, I've managed to push to the final stage here, which is 27 on all and then 24 on the basic trial. And then when these two pop out, I should be able to push and even get this reward, because currently at 159, which is the maximum for some reason, I'm at there. So I'm just farming here for my Pantheon bonuses. The resource raids, these become trivial once you progress a little bit, but I think they are useful except for the gold raid. I think this is a huge energy sink for the amount of gold that you get. This will be getting a small boost of about 20% in a patch that is coming, but I still think it's very expensive in terms of the energy that you spend. And some comments in the past have mentioned that farming gear is a better way to farm gold, because once you become more brutal in what gear you keep and sell, then you'll be having some good amount of gold. Although still, you'll need to farm the gold rate regardless of what you think. Promotion raids, these become again trivial in under a month. I would say 3 weeks. You should be able to at least be farming in under 3 weeks. You should be farming the mythic extracts, and these become plentiful after a point, because if you're like me, where you're upgrading the promotions of every hero that you have, you'll run out more from these, right? For specific, marksmen or mages or defenders or healers or whatever, and then you'll have a ton of these ones, the legendary extracts, which is kind of stupid. I wish you could exchange these maybe for some mythic extracts that would have been useful in the past. But overall, I'm still finding things that I need to work on. So that's why I've mentioned I'm only at the late game. I still find interest in the game, but right now I've just logged in. It was 11 a.m. my time when the reset happens. I've just logged in, did my tide, upgraded Volca. I know that there's some Oracle trials. There's events that I can't do right now, like the Tales of the Smith, and get some easy rewards here. I finished Lunaria, which I find extremely cool that the game has this. So finishing these kind of guaranteed champion acquisitions, this is amazing, and especially for the free-to-play, this hero specifically is amazing and will help you a ton for gear rate 3. I find that having this as part of the game is huge for player retention and for the longevity of the game and how long this game survives, basically. That's what I mean. In terms of summons, I should try and do maybe more summons, maybe to get the crystals, but I don't know. I don't want to spend any more money at the moment. There's no real big event, and I'm hoping for like a cool 10x to come instead of just a normal 2x. So the biggest problems that I find with the game at the moment, I think it's basically energy. Energy is a little bit slow to acquire, although the game gives you a lot of opportunities to buy energy for cheaper price than usual, which is here. The black market sometimes even offers 1, 2, or even 3 cheaper than normal price for the huge stamina ones, and that is pretty cool if you think about it. It refreshes every hour, you can check it and actually get more energy for you to farm. I wish there was more things in the guild shop, because as you can see, there's like 1,600 guild coins that I have at the moment. And I don't really find a use for these. That's why I'm waiting for my clan to progress through in terms of guild levels. Guild 5, level 5 and 6 will be huge, because I will be able to not only buy these if I want it. Not even sure if these are worth it. 10% lifesteal, not that great, but I think this will be getting changed soon enough. Might actually be useful for Gear A3, so you don't have a healer where your marksman is. Ragnarok is not that great. I think it's the one where you get hit, you do more damage. And then these ones, well, since you can farm them, should you really be buying them with guild coins? I think this is the biggest actually worth it purchase here, but it probably has like a one purchase per week, which is quite long if you think about it. The arena shop should have more stuff in here, like the legendary skill ones. I don't think these are worth the 400 arena coins, but overall there's some good things to buy here, but it's very difficult to get these arena coins. You need to be doing a lot of fights every single day, and there's no difference in fighting in Overlord, right? There's no difference fighting in Overlord for some reason, comparing it to gold in terms of how much you get per win. But you do get a lot more for finishing Overlord. You get 800 of these arena coins. So that's the only reason you want to finish in Overlord, just to get these 800, get the one ancient summoning crystal, which is basically nothing, and then some good amount of diamonds. So will the game stay in the long term? I don't know for a year from now and what else they'll be releasing, but I do know that they are actively trying to push content, push new. Well, they're of course going to be releasing new heroes. They're of course going to be releasing some sort of content, like the events that they have, the limited time events, and they want to keep players interested. So they are giving out stuff like summons and energy. When they do something, they do give compensation when there's a patch. So it's not like the game is just chilling back and just letting the money come in through the spenders. So I'm still gonna be playing the game. I'm still gonna be enjoying it. I still have a lot of things to do, and that is pretty cool. And especially the guild boss, this is the final thing I wanted to talk about. The guild boss, I think, is pretty cool, that it takes only a little bit of time of your day, and it does have some cool rewards if you can push high enough. Currently I can do damage enough to get reward number 4. Yeah, reward number 4, not number 5, number 4, which is the potential, this one, which is like an awakening for your legendary heroes. That is fantastic, and probably is best used on Lord heroes. But I think it's very rare. Some players have said that it took them like 2-3 months to even get one with, you know, getting the top reward every single day, which is crazy. But it is something to strive for. Currently I'm doing 6.5k, so the next jump to 20k, it's insane. It's insane, and it's not really doable at the moment for me. I don't even know how I'll get to 20k from where I am at the moment. I'm barely at 7,000. So who knows, months from now maybe I'll be able to do 20k. But this is like a cool part, slowly improving the gear on your heroes, making it legendary, and then having all of the good substats, having it everything at level 16, having every one of your heroes at maximum level, maximum promotion, if you can on the epics, maximum awakening, because you can get these awakening stones pretty easily from the guild boss. I have 6 right now, which I'm not really using. So there's other interesting teams as well that you can use instead of just placing everything that you have in there. So there is some strategies, and the good thing, it takes under 5 minutes per run, so pretty cool. That was my review, more of a rambling review rather than an actual review of the game, since I am enjoying it. It's not like I'm trying to sell this game to anybody right now, since this will be posted on my actual Watcher of Realms channel. It's just my thoughts on actually playing the game every single day for more than a month now. What am I doing next in the game? Well, as an example right now, I'll be probably pushing a little bit more energy, have it on the side so I can farm my gear, then sell it, have a little bit of gold, and then try to do the Tales of the Smith so I get some extra freebies, which isn't that much, just a little bit of energy here and there and some gems. but it's still something that it gives you an incentive to, okay, I'm gonna be upgrading my gear today. But that's it for this video, guys. Thank you all for watching. What are your thoughts on the game so far? If you've been playing it way longer than me, let me know down below on if you share the same thoughts, or if you think there's some issues with the game or something, because I know the game has actually been out on the Forerunner server for more than 2 years now, so it's not like it's a brand new game. It's a game that has been out there for a long time, but in terms of world release, global release, it's only been out for a couple of months. Anyway, this was the video. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you all, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.